Hello everyone. So today, let's see how Nifty will perform based on the RSI on the April 1st. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to look at what RSI has done the previous days of trade. Okay. So previous days of trade was 28th, right? So what I have done is 28th was last day. So I've selected few reference points. Okay, so what you do is select the highest point of the day of 28th, this one, and the lowest point of the day was this. Okay, and mark the same reference level on RSI as well. So this one here. Okay, and already marked them. Um, this one is this, right? Um, yeah, roughly this level. Okay, so so looking at SGX. Nifty is showing gap down. We don't know whether it will be gap down or not, but just in case if it gaps down and if it breaks below 403, then we will open up the reference levels for previous days, right? So Nifty if it breaks for 23 404 or 400, let's say 400, then we will have to look into the price action of 21st. Okay, so we'll come to that later. Now let's try to analyze what has happened on 28th, right? 28th, um, so this was a reference level, right? So price came here, or RSI didn't come. Sorry, RSI came to the reference level, but price didn't come. So this was a weakness, and this was a good short position here. So it was a short here, and then again it came back here. Okay, closer. So you can see the strength, right? And there is no strength at all in the price. Price was not rising at all. RSI was moving up. Okay, but price was not rising. Even here it was a short. It was close to this, right? And you one year came to the reference level, but it did not. It come down. So here from here onwards, it started showing strength. So if you say even just mark those levels when RSI comes here, mark the candle there, right? So this candle. So see, the candle low was not broken, right? So RSI came down, and again, so it started moving up. So here it started showing strength. So we should not start here. Okay, unless this candle's low is broken. This was the first time it came here, right? So I will mark this candle here. Let me show you this one, right? So this one. So this low is not broken. This candle low is not broken. So here it went up. This was a reference candle again. This candle, this candle, right? So this candle low was also not broken. Then again it went up here. Okay, here. Right? So if you see this, compare this, right? This. They're all higher points, right? They're higher points. But with reference to the day high on 28th, it was still a weakness because RSI had come to this reference level, but price didn't come. So ideally, it was a short in this level with this reference level as stop loss. Okay, so 23,644. Right. So 23,650. Let's assume this is 650. So here it started showing, and once this candle low was broken, right, it started coming down. Okay. Next see what has happened. Here in this phase, right, in this phase, RSI was rising, but price was not rising here. Okay, so when RSI was rising, price was just rising little. Okay, here in this phase, right? So you just see the retracement. Okay, so this is another way which I actually measure the retracements. You mark this point. Okay, this is and to the low. Okay, you see how much RSI has retraced almost 62%, right? But you should mark the same thing on the price here. So it didn't even retrace 37%. So price is weaker here, right? So that's how it is. So the retracement, right? The price retraced smaller, right? The retracement was smaller than the RSI retracement. So it was supposed to break. So here it started showing weakness again, right? So, but ideally we wait for a RSI to come to this reference level, okay? But it didn't, right? So see, this is a avoid situation. Usually I avoid. I will always wait. RSI will come to the reference level. Okay. Now see, this is just an indication that price is weak. Okay. So weak and price went down. Okay, and it came down to the day slow and tested the day slow. Okay. So this is the low. So if you see RSI also came down to the same down. See what happens whenever the price is not rising, right? When RSI will come to 60 levels and then oscillate, right? So that's RSI basics, right? So it will oscillate between 60 to 30, and price will start moving down and making lower highs. So in the last phases of 28, when I think so it is after 2 or 3 o'clock. Price was showing some weakness here. Okay. Now, so this was 28th day analysis. Now, what could happen? What could happen? So there are two scenarios. One, market opens sideways here. So three scenarios. One is it opens here. So I'm not trying to predict, but I'm trying to see what are the possibilities. Right? So if it opens sideways and if it opens flat, then we need to see if price reaches this 28th days, 28th March low. Okay, if it breaks, then 400 is the support. Okay, so we need to see if price shows any strength here. Okay, if there is no strength, then I think so we will move towards 21st. Yeah, this is 21st low. 21st low, which is at 23,150. That's a possibility. Okay. Now let's say after opening the sideways, it moves up. Okay, moves up, and when it moves up, then we need to see when price and RSI comes back again to this level. Let's say price opens here. Okay, obviously RSI will come up, right? And prices will also come up. So if RSI comes to the reference level, but price will not come. Say for example, I will show you RSI comes to this level. Okay, and price will not come here, somewhere here. Okay, then it becomes a good short here. Okay, with 650 as a stop loss. I'm just giving you possibilities. So plan. Okay, so ideally, when this swing high, right? Do not cross this. Okay, and 28 days, 28th high. Okay, so these are the resistance points for tomorrow, 20 April 1st trade. Okay, so that is the scenario. So we will look for a short somewhere here, looking at the weakness in the price. Okay, so that's another scenario. Now next, price opens gap down. Let's say price opens gap down below. So what was the closing 495? It opens gap down below 400. Okay, there will be pullback. Okay, so there will be at least a side of pullback, right? So at least towards the 28th low. Okay, somewhere like this, right? And if RSI also comes back to this reference level and price is showing weakness, what does that mean? RSI will after a gap down, right? See, after a gap down, RSI will definitely open somewhere around 20, say for example. Okay, and it comes here. Okay, and say for example, it opens at 360 and comes down, comes to here, right? And still, RSI has come to this line, but price is not, right? So we can look for a short here. Okay, so that's the plan. But we need to see the weakness here. Okay, weakness. Okay, that is important. The price is not exhibiting any weakness. It is better to wait. Okay, yeah, that's analysis for of 28th, which we will be using as a reference for trade on April 1st. So always watch for weakness or strength in the price and take positions. So you have always have these reference levels, right? So this was 21st reference level, so high and low, because that is the one which is closer. So if you see 21st reference level, so it had taken one support here. Okay, so and it has a gap here. So ideally a gap down below this would be weaker. Okay, which is around 360, 368. So I also marked this here, right? So uh, this could be the gap down level. Let's see if it opens gap down. Anything below that, I think so it will become weaker. So don't short in the gap down. Wait for price to rise and see if there is any weakness. Okay, weakness, you know how I spot weakness. RSI will come to this reference line, but price will not. Okay, so that's the point. Let's say price comes down below even this reference level. Okay, even this reference level, which is this. So then definitely you'll have to wait for RSI to come to this level and then go short on the weakness. Okay, that's yeah, that's view of my. So thank you very much.